Meet Jeff, the owner of Jeff's Cacti. Jeff needs to reconcile the actual cash balance of his business by comparing bank statements to company records. Bank reconciliation is a form of cash control and ensures financial information is accurate and reliable. Jeff's Cacti reconciles their cash amount monthly and values having adequate documentation to monitor such a valuable asset. So, how does Jeff do this? Let's say Jeff walks into Banks R Us and receives a bank statement for the month of March. His first step in the process is to reconcile the bank balance to the actual cash balance. On Jeff's Cacti's bank reconciliation, he begins by stating the cash balance per the bank statement, which can usually be found here. In Jeff's Cacti's ledger, he finds the cash T account and cross-checks that all deposits and checks appear in both the bank statement and T account. Once he does this, he can add the deposits, which do not appear in both, and deduct the checks that do not appear in both. These deposits are called deposit in transit, which means they have not been cleared into the business's bank account, and outstanding checks, which means they have not been cleared out of the business's bank account. After adding the deposits in transit and deducting the outstanding checks, the actual cash balance that Jeff can record will now be $12,105. The next step in the process is to reconcile the business's book balance to the actual cash balance. In order to do this, Jeff must add any credit memorandum, such as the collection of receivables or interest on a note. Jeff must also deduct any debit memorandum, such as a bank service fee or a non-sufficient funds check. Any error on check amounts should also be deducted. Now Jeff can begin step 2. The first step is to identify the cash balance per company records. Jeff then adds his credit memorandum, being interest, and deducts his debit memorandum, being a bank service charge. After this, Jeff can now calculate the actual cash balance. This should match the previously calculated amount. So, the last step is to adjust the cash balance. In Jeff's Cacti's journal, he enters the following entries to record all changes in the second step to the company records. And after all of this, Jeff and his Cacti can now sleep easy, knowing his cash balance for March is reconciled and accurate.